About the business we're in, my wife and I are some of the luckiest people alive, I think. I always say God's been good to us because our business can be done in such a wonderful place. Northern Saskatchewan is really special. It's got lots of lakes, and we live on a lake, and it's clean water, and there's lots of good fishing.
It affords us a lifestyle that's absolutely wonderful, living in northern Saskatchewan where the air is very clean and the water is very pure still. It's someplace my husband and I both enjoy living, and we get to travel to promote wild rice. So we have the best of all worlds.
The whole concept of our life, there's just no place I'd rather be.
Hi, I'm Riese. I'm Lynn's wife and partner for Riese's Canadian Lake Wild Rice. I just love wild rice, so I put it in everything. Anything that you can do with white rice, you can do with wild rice and more.
The real wild rice grows quite large in the wilderness, and it's in clear waters and unpolluted waters. And when you go to harvest it, it doesn't all ripen at the same time because it's a wild plant, so we have to go over it several times. So you end up getting it all really ripe rice the way we do it, and it's very nice tasting because it's not grown in the shallow sort of fields, you might say. Ours is quite a bit more work intensive, but it's worth it in the end because the taste is far superior. We have a nice nutty roasted taste to it. When you see it in the fields, it just looks like a wheat field in the water. I mean, it's the big heads on it and really healthy looking plants. So it's just a very large wild grass. And that's what it is. Like I say, years ago it got misnamed. It seems to, I think it should be changed personally, but it's not like grain that you can keep in storage. It comes in with a fairly high moisture content, and we have to get it roasted or dehydrated within about 2 weeks. Basically, we try to turn it over and get that done so that it keeps at the best quality. The biggest difference between our competition that has from the U.S. that has paddy wild rice is that it's domesticated. It's grown in shallow fields just with 1.5 foot of water or so, and it's non-shattering. They've changed it so that when they harvest it, they just come let the water out and come in with big combines and thresh it and put it in, load it into trucks, and then off to the plants they go to get it dehydrated. Taste of wild rice from the wilds of northern Saskatchewan or northern Canada are very obvious when you try them both together. So most people buy it again when they find a good supplier of Riese's Canadian Lake Wild Rice. So the last 20 years we've been mainly in wild rice, all growing it, harvesting it, and marketing it. We market all over the world really, but mainly we started in Saskatchewan years ago doing food shows, and we had a lot of growers because there wasn't many people selling wild rice. It wasn't well known, and so we had at that time about 158 growers, I think, that we worked with. We bought wild rice, we found a home for it, we established markets, and it was really exciting back in those days for sure, because we were just opening up markets all over the place. And we had to do a lot of training, a lot of explaining to people how wild rice is cooked, and we did shows down there, and then we went into the retail, and we got boxes made for 7 different languages in Europe. And it's really interesting, but now we're at a very healthy place in our business where we've got really excellent distribution. We've got people we've worked out with for years. We've got customers, new ones coming in or that we're starting to work with. It's interesting. The quality is very good. The group of growers we work with are all good harvesters, and we wait till make sure the rice is really ripe, And the way we harvest it at the right speed so that the best quality is harvested and it's most mature. And then we make sure at the plant that they're using proper ways of roasting it and dehydrating the rice, and then it's stored properly. And the service we give is, like, we have a phone by our bed. We're available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We find in Europe that they're calling us at 4 in the morning. That's when they're working. So that's some of the things that our company does that's, I think, is unique. But we harvest anywhere from 600 to 1,400 acres, depends on the year. Some years there's a lot of wild rice comes up if the water's low and it's hot weather and not a lot of wind, not a lot of rain. And other years there's just a really good crops where we'll end up having a lot of wild rice acres to harvest. So it's every year is different. Well, first of all, we bring it into our docks. We have a central place where we bring it into the dock and fly it out to, in our particular lake, it's 15 miles away, and we bring it into L'Orange in actually a converted school bus, takes the seats out, that way it doesn't get dusty. It goes to the wild rice processing plant, which we're part owners of. The plant's owned by a large group of different native bands and individuals. So it goes to the plant, and then it's roasted and dehydrated, and it all comes off and packaged in 55 or 55-pound bags or 25-pound bags, put on pallets. We usually ship it a pallet at a time or a container at a time, and there's a metric ton on a pallet. Or else we just do it in individual bags, often get shipped into our customers, but we try to work through distributors that distribute it all over the place, both retail and wholesale. It's sort of a nutty taste because it's roasted, and it's quite a pleasant taste. It goes good with a lot of different things. You can use it, we use it just every day, just about in something. We have it in some excellent stores, specialty food stores, old-fashioned foods and the Solios in Saskatoon, old-fashioned foods in Regina, Early's in Saskatoon.
As my husband mentioned, I put it in soups and stews, in chili and casseroles, in desserts. I put it in homemade bread. You name it, that you can do anything with wild rice. It's wonderful, and it's the health benefit of it. You can do anything with wild rice. It's wonderful.
And it's great. It's great that we've been able to do, and we plan to do it for quite a while yet, to keep marketing and selling a wonderful product to the world.